Hello everybody and welcome to day 3 of lesson 5.4. Today we are going to be talking about converting from standard form to vertex form. So our essential question for the day is, why do we convert from standard form to vertex form, and how do you do this? So I want to start out by reviewing again what is standard form. It's written as ax squared plus bx plus c. So I want you to keep this in mind as we are going along. We also need to know what vertex form is, so we are going to go over that as well. We have that f of x is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k, where h and k is the vertex. So I want you to notice that in the equation we have subtract h, so just keep that in mind if you are pulling out the vertex. So now that we have a little refresher on the two different forms, we want to look at the different steps we take. The very first thing we do is write the equation in standard form order. This is if it is not already written in standard form. Our second step is to move the constant term to the other side. So write the equation in the form as written below, f of x minus c plus blank equals x squared plus bx plus blank. And you'll notice too, this kind of looks like what we did with completing the square. Oh, and here we go. Fill in the right blank with b over 2 squared and the left blank with b over 2 squared, and physically square it. Again, pulling from the stuff that we have already been working on. We're going to factor the left side and clean up the right side. Then we are going to move the constant term back to the right-hand side. And we want to state the vertex. So using those steps, let's go ahead and work at this first equation. So it says write the equation in vertex form and state the vertex. So we know that this is already written in standard form, so we are good to go on to the next step. Step number 2 says to subtract the c term. So our c term in this example is 145, so we are going to subtract 145 from both sides. So if you'll look up on step 2, we have f of x minus 145 plus blank is equal to x squared plus 24x plus blank. Now we're going to go through and fill in these blanks with b over 2 squared. So b over 2 squared. We know from our equation down below that 24 is our b term. So we're going to have 24 divided by 2 squared, which is equal to 12 squared. And 12 squared is 144. So now we plug this into our blanks, and we have 144 here. And whatever we do to the left side, we have to do to the right side. So we're adding 144. The next step we can take is to factor here on the right-hand side. So I'm going to make a t-table. And our numbers must multiply to 144 and add to positive 24. Those numbers are 12 and 12. So now we would rewrite it as f of x minus 145 plus 144. We can combine these two to say f of x minus 1 is equal to, now we're going to factor, so we have x plus 12 squared. We're almost done here. We just need to move the constant term back to the right-hand side. So we're going to add 1 here. To get our final answer of f of x is equal to x plus 12 squared plus 1. Now we have to state the vertex. And our vertex is HK. But remember from our original equation that we have x minus h. So actually our vertex is going to be negative 12, 1.